Hey everybody, it's me again. One more update for you. I am hoping to get something accomplished today. I'm not sure how much will get done, but yeah, plumbing. That's the thing that we need the most right now, and met a guy here recently who can help with that. He's an actual plumber. So yeah, I'm gonna head over to the bus in a second and get prepared. He's running a little late today because he had to help somebody else out with something. But yeah, hoping to get this thing plumbed out finally, once and for all, and then we can move on to bigger and better things like insulating the bus, finishing up my wiring, and starting to build. So yeah, very excited about that. I'm just out in the backyard right now with our dogs, letting them do their business one last time, and then I'm gonna head over to the bus and start prepping an area and getting all my stuff prepared for his arrival, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
Layla, what do you think? What do you think about Daddy getting the bus finished so we can take long adventures together? So you could be a road dog. What do you think, Layla Bear? Does that sound good to you? Yes, it does. I know it does. You love rides with Daddy. Lily, what do you think? What do you think about getting the bus done? Do you like the bus? You want to go for rides in the bus? Yes, we were going to have big, long adventures, and you will be a road doggy. Yes, you will. I know it. I know it. You like to ride shotgun, too. Ain't that true? What do you think, Lady Bear? I'm excited. They'll be excited, too. They're best of friends. Best friends right there.
All right, here at the bus, getting a little bit of a late start, but that's no problem. I got nothing but time. I'm gonna go in here to our little portable storage and get out our freshwater tank. It's got some dirt on the top of it, so I'm gonna clean that off. It's been sitting under there collecting dirt and rain and stuff, so I'll get that cleaned up. And Corey is on his way shortly. He got held up with some work that he had to do, but no worries. I don't care how long this takes. I just want to get it done. So yeah, catch you on the other end of this. So you've probably seen some of the other videos, unless you're just starting to join us. We've got our shower pan already in. The drain is run into the belly box. We've got this PVC coming up from there. That'll be our kitchen sink area, so that drain's already run as well. The PEX goes underneath the floor here. I spray foamed it in. So you can see there, it's already got to clear some of this out of the way. But it's basically already insulated for the most part, just so those don't bind up and get leaks. I'll seal that in a little better afterwards. And then this is where it runs under the floor. Obviously I've got to vacuum that out, and to figure out how to seal that in too, I'll probably just spray some spray foam in there and then put some weight down on here, and that'll seal that all up. And then over here is our bathroom sink vanity area of the bathroom. So I'm just going to put a small sink in there, but that's also run. So really the only thing I need to do is in this area that's squared off here, that'll be under the bed. I've measured out for our freshwater tank. That needs to get mounted down there, and then figure out where to cut through that wall for our inlets. Back here in the garage area, where it separates this last line here, I'm going to have a wall here where our water heater is going to be. I may end up putting it down there on the actual wall, but I think I could probably plumb that in, no problem, and just have it sit there. I'm going to have to go pick up some propane fittings as well as some hosing for that, so we can get some propane hooked up to that water heater and test that, make sure that that works. It's brand new, I don't see why it shouldn't work. So we get some hot water there. I've got to run, from that little bit of space. Basically the tank takes up this whole area from one side of the bus to the other. So very limited space on the one end where my inlets will be. I need to start teeing off, make a ball valve that I can fill our tank with, as well as pressurize the system with city water. We'll also have a gravity inlet for gravity feed, filling the tank with just a hose or buckets if we need to. I also need to figure out maybe like a quick connect garden hose that just goes under the bed and along here, mount it to the side there, so we can drain our freshwater tank if needed for cleaning purposes or anything else that we can think of. But basically I just need to cap off these lines, the end of these lines here and over here. Those are basically shower, and then we've got one more set here for our kitchen sink, shower, and bathroom where that PEX is coming out. We've got to cap those off and hook up our water pump. I need to do a little research on this because I'm not real sure. I know that this is like the diaphragm part of it, and there's also two other connections back here. That's probably for a switch. So I do have some stuff that I think will probably go to that. I've got this auto cutoff pressure switch, as well as a pressure gauge. This is our used but new to us, basically the gravity fill. And then there's this one, which is the pressure city water inlet. It's got a little filter in there. Hopefully none of this stuff leaks. We'll figure it out. I've got a whole bunch of PVC there and PEX fittings and nipples and valves and stuff for under the sinks and stuff. A lot of that won't get installed just yet. Basically I just need to pressure test the lines and get our water heater hooked up as the first stage of this, finishing off our plumbing. And I'm gonna have Corey's help with that. Hopefully he can help me figure that out. And yeah, this end over here will connect with our water heater, and the other ends will get capped off so we can get water flowing. We'll have to get the freshwater tank mounted in here where it's stabilized and it won't move around. I'll probably go to Tractor Supply and get some more of that rubber matting that we put underneath here. You won't see it because it's already filled with the spray foam to insulate that in, but we put a rubber mat under there to keep vibration and everything from happening. Gonna lay down another piece underneath our freshwater tank as well. And then there's that thing outside with a kinked up tank like that. So let's see if I can remediate that problem. Yeah, the bus is a mess, but this is pretty much the next step before I can finish off a little bit of 12-volt wiring. I've got this here that's wired to the bus. This will probably go to my CB radio as well as the stereo and a spotlight. And that's pretty much the last three things beyond, you know, backup camera, GPS, things like that, that I will install later on. That's pretty much the sum of it. I've got pretty much all of my 110, 120 volt run already. My lights, my electric panel, all of my outlets and switches, dimmer switches, things like that are already run. So now it's a matter of getting this thing insulated and pulling some of these switches down just until we get to the point where we're ready to start building some walls. Yeah, so Corey came by and checked out the project that needed to be done, and didn't film any of it, and just getting to know each other. And really cool people, him and his girl both. And they actually just helped somebody else convert a horse trailer who races horses and have something to live in and call home while they're at the races. I think that's pretty cool. Did a really nice job on it, a whole bunch of trim in that job and everything. But anyway, he's going to come back tomorrow after he ties some things up with the septic job that he's got going that ran into the weekend, and then he'll be by here late morning, like 11 o'clock or so. I'm going to head to Home Depot now. Don't need to film that. You guys have seen Home Depot enough, and it's ridiculous in there anyway. Alright, so I got a bag full of stuffs, a couple more outlets, USB, very expensive, but hey, we're gonna only have to do this once. Some clamp connectors, a couple of boxes, and a 20 amp outlet for our bathroom. So yeah, gonna go install that stuff now, and then tomorrow morning we'll get started on the plumbing. So anyway, you want to hang out for a little while longer before I cut back in until tomorrow. You can watch me time lapse these outlets and stuff now. Oh, my fan's running now, so that means I got power in the bus. Yay! I love these dimmers. So I'm gonna turn my stereo off. It's giving me some feedback. So yeah, I'll set you up on a tripod, and you can watch this electrical in progress. Got to put some connectors on there, which means disconnect that and rewire it and put the connector into the box. Same thing in the back, but in the back I'm going to end up putting those USB powered outlets anyway, switch them out, and I'll have some extra regular 15 amp outlets. Also, I need to wire this bathroom Romex up. That's 20 amp, and that's going to be in our bathroom for like hair dryers and stuff like that. So yeah, follow along. Oh man, those mosquitoes are tagging me like crazy as soon as the sun goes down here. It's ridiculous. Anyway, turning on my breakers. I've got these two switches, or these two outlets switched out for USB in the bedroom. And I got a 20 amp outlet for our bathroom. That'll go there for now. I've got extra Romex for that. And last but not least, my last fix. I put a little connector up in here in the switch near the front. So I've got power there now. That's good. On this switch, let me see, what can I plug in over here? Oh, my charger. Okay. So I'll just make sure I've got juice in these back outlets here. And now we have USB capability. Let's see, I need a battery. Excuse me, I'm running around the bus here trying to dodge the mosquitoes because they are hungry. I've been using this battery part of the day, so I could probably use a little bit of a charge. Have no light there, so plug this in. Let's see. There we go. I'm charging. Let's try the other side because they are wired together. Yep. Power on both sides with little connectors, so it's nice and safe. So yeah, everything works in the bus now. Pretty much all wired up for 110. Got my lights and everything connected. Pretty much all my outlets that I need. A little bit of 12 volt going on here. Got a wire in my hood there for above the oven. But all the while, outlets already run. So happy about that. I will see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna cut back now after this, and I'll begin plumbing with Corey. Cool. Alright guys, back at the bus. It is another day. Corey is on his way here soon. We both got kind of a late start today. So in the meantime, I'm going to try to wire up this GFI outlet for our kitchen. It'll probably be into the backsplash, which will probably be around up here to our kitchen counter. But the reason I'm doing this is a 30 amp service, and I need a GFI receptacle because in the kitchen we'll most likely be running a KitchenAid mixer, a Vitamix, all kinds of heavy-duty appliances and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that I've got enough amps in my breaker box to carry a load like that. We've also got a 20 amp outlet that I wired last night into our bathroom for like a hair dryer and things like that. So yeah, it may be overkill. And a lot of people will say, oh, you can get away with the 20 amp, you know, in your kitchen, but hey, better safe than sorry. We've got the switches already and stuff. So I had to buy this box. I wish they made them like the other two-way boxes that I have all around here, but it's this. So you have to buy a cover extra. How convenient. So that's going to be like inset like that. And then, of course, the switches will be poking through there. On these switches, they had the two screws, two holes right there, and then one on top. So you basically just break those off. They have little score lines, same thing here. And that way they fit inside the box, even though they're gonna be a little bit like that. You know, give enough clearance so it'll fit in there nicely. So I'm assuming that this is just like any other switch that you wire. I've got my what is this, 12 gauge. I got my 12 gauge, it's 12.4, but that's fine. I'll just take the red one and snip it off, tuck it back in there. It's not connected to anything in our panel, so then I'll just be dealing with the 3 wires. So you got your ground, your neutral, and your positive there. Ground, brass, neutral, silver, ground, green, brass is black, BB, and white, or silver white. That's how I remember it. But anyway, yeah, your black is your hot wire, your brass raw wire is your grounding wire, and then this white one is a neutral. On the second switch, it's just a regular one. It doesn't have the breaker in it, but I'm assuming after reading this, they say to put a grounding screw through the back of the box, but I'm grounded at the panel. If I'm making a mistake here and I need to add an additional ground into the metal box, even though it's only going to be onto the wood, that's not really a ground in my opinion. The ground is the actual bus, which I have a grounding screw into the chassis of the bus that connects to the whole bus bar that's a ground in the panel. So I'm gonna just assume that this is just like wiring 2 switches or 2 outlets together like I did in the bedroom. 2 15 amps. Basically I ran one from the panel into the switch, and then the extra screw ran across all the way around into the other outlet. So I'm going to assume that this is the same thing, very simple. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think I'm doing this correctly. Worst thing that could happen is that I keep tripping the breaker when I plug something heavy duty into this. So then I'll know that I need to put in another ground close by to this. That way it protects this, and vice versa. So yeah, check that out. I'm going to wire this together real quick, and then Corey should be here shortly, and we're going to get started doing the plumbing, which makes me extremely happy and excited. So yeah, catch you on the other end of this. it's installed. That wasn't easy. This work cover thing, it came with 4 little nuts. I don't know if you saw that in the time lapse, but on the back of these, all I really have to work with are these flimsy little type of things that you've probably seen on outlets and stuff. And that just wasn't holding those screws to pull these outlets into place. So lo and behold, I look and find a little kit baggie with some screws in it, and it had those nuts. So yeah, I was able to back some nuts onto here to be able to stiffen these up in place and put that cover on. And then I had to take the cover back off to screw it into the stud, which I'll have to redo later. Alright, so we talked about what we're gonna do, and pretty happy so far with the results. I didn't know this, but this shower head is pretty badass. It's adjustable, so I can go this way if you're sitting on the bench, or I can go straight down if you just want to get underneath it and shower. It's also got low flow switch on it. We're gonna use this box for our inlets. Disregard that. I was talking about an outdoor shower, but we're gonna use this box for an outdoor shower with hot and cold. We're gonna tee off of that. That's our bathroom inlet. Tee off that and go to the front here, just behind the wheel well. Come outside, install that box there, and have hot and cold with a quick disconnect. And I'll just have to unscrew it when we want to take an outdoor shower. But we're gonna head to Home Depot now and get 14 2x4s and some copper, and he's gonna make my shower valve instead of buying one. We're gonna do it out of old school copper and do some really cool valves on there. So yeah, I'll try to film as much as I can, and cheers. For all of you who have been watching for a while, you might remember this. When Jose was here. Man, that's a big old head. Waste not, want not. Drinking beer out of Burger King cups. Say hi to YouTube. Hey YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, say hi to YouTube.
tripping on.
Hey man, what's up with that camera?
You know, we're just thinking about robbing this place later. We just want to get a good view.
Yeah, of what we're gonna take when we first come here.
Yeah, so the manager in there asked me about, I had the GoPro strapped to the thing here with my little tripod. What's that all about? I said, nothing, vlogging, building a school bus into a home. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, I'll blur out any kids or anything, don't worry.
What's that?
People get so petrified when they're on camera, but there's cameras everywhere in this world now. So anyway, back to the drive, back to the bus. Well, forgetful boys will do their thing and forget to stop at Tractor Supply. I need to go buy some rubber mat for underneath our tank here. So yeah, having fun with the boys at the bus, getting plumbing done. Yeah, you look good in there. Who's got $9,500 though to just blow? If I had that, I'd buy another bus.
Hey, bro, you got 9,000?
Yeah.
Cool. I got 500.
Take it off your bank, please. I got mirrors.
Write you a rubber check.
I'll write you a check.
This
It'll
bitch
freaking
goes
bounce on the ball.
120, bro. 120.
I doubt it.
Yep. Yep. I'll find me some down home country boys for sure. They're looking at boots.
I need to get some like this, maybe.
Tell you what. Oh man.
I'm still kind of working this.
Oh man, those things are styling.
Bro, give me some of these, bro, real quick.
Bro, real quick. $100. Come on. Alright, let's go get our rubber.
Then you're gonna go back. We're gonna go
Need
pack
some rubber.
supply.
I had to call somebody at the back. Hold on. So yeah, 13 feet for $84 or 25 feet for $100. You be the judge. I'm getting a big roll because the manager hooked me up because it's on clearance, and I'll be able to use it everywhere in our bus, including under our batteries, which is very important to insulate all that stuff. I can cut extra stairwell steps out of it for extra cushioning. I can even use it in some of our upholstery and incorporate it into our build. So yeah, very happy about that. For $100 I got 25 feet. It's normally $7.99, marked down to $6.49, and I got it for $4 a foot. Very, very, very happy. So yeah, I'll catch you back at the bus. right. Well, when are we back here then? Tomorrow, next weekend?
I'm gonna try to come through the week, bro. To be honest with you. And if I come through the week, at least we can talk and discuss things.
A few hours here, a few hours there.
You bet. But on the weekends, I can be wide open. You know what I mean? I've literally planned on this project. So a lot of things if things come my way, like this morning, I had to go do that job because I already planned that. You know what I mean? That's why I had to take care of it real quick. That's why I was a little bit late today. I'd like to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning so that we can fucking get with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But after this weekend, it'll be that way because you're my guy right now. You know what I mean? You're my guy right now. No doubt about it,
We're
bro.
looking for you and your brother and your girl for a long time. Things done. It's gonna be luxury.
Yeah.
Sick. We're gonna do a bus warming party. We're gonna grill out, and have a DJ and all that. Invite everybody over. Shoes off.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm down,
come in,
bro.
chill out in the AC and watch some TV. And
We're down, bro. We're down. He got him a little family going,
do
stuff
some
like that.
cornhole and some horseshoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. I got a train horn too. I think I'm gonna go around Sebring Circle a few times, blasting it on the way out of town.
And it runs off your air brakes and everything, don't it?
Yep. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Until tomorrow or the next day. Yeah boy. Good guys right there. I'm so glad I ran into them. Well, I'm really happy with how that turned out. We didn't get a whole lot done, but we did get our materials to frame in a water tank and get our wheels turning on what we can do about our shower and about our water situation. I'm gonna have an outdoor shower near the front door. That's gonna be very nice. All tied into the same hot and cold water that we'll have throughout the bus. That'll be nice. I'm gonna have a two-way valve for filling the tank with the city water and when we're connected to a hose somewhere and spigot. And then be able to, once we fill our tank, and visually inspect that and make sure it's full. When we kick it over and we're pressurized in our bus. When we're off grid, we'll be running off of a pump and it'll all be very seamless and automatic. Very happy about that with cutoff switches to protect and keep us winterized when it's really cold and all kinds of things like that. So yeah, create your own utopia. Start today.